When we look at the conflict going on across Iraq and Syria right now, you asked what the most urgent need is for people on the ground at the moment, and the immediate pragmatic thing is jobs. One of the most exciting stories that we have about bringing life back to communities, bringing jobs back to communities, took place just a couple weeks ago. So here's Jessica with a video.
Hey Hillsong family, I'm so excited to be able to share with you a story from the last couple of weeks that we've been able to experience in Iraq and in Syria. One of the biggest needs families trying to move home have is work. They need to find a way to build back up their jobs so that they can work and provide for their families. And one of the ways that we do that at Preemptive Love is by helping with agriculture and livestock, because so many families are wanting to return to some of the remotest villages where there's no infrastructure, there's no water, there's no electricity, and the only healthcare they have access to are clinics that Preemptive Love is running. So just a couple of weeks ago, we had the opportunity to work in a village that was extremely remote on the Syrian-Iraq border. These shepherds had gone home, but they didn't have any sheep, and they weren't sure how long they were going to be able to stay at home. So we decided that we would take them sheep. As our team was driving the truck to their village, they were stopped on the road by a militia. And the young guys in the militia said, "You can't go down this road." And our guys said, "Why?" And they said, "You just can't go down this road. We're not letting you take the sheep down this road." So our guys didn't have any choice. They turned the truck around, and as they were leaving to bring the sheep back to our city, one of the guys who's from the area said, No, let's just turn down this road here. We can just take the sheep off the truck, and we can walk the sheep to their new families." And the guys did it. They walked for 4 hours with these sheep to get them to the village. And when they arrived, the new shepherds were so excited to have sheep again. And we thought that we had set them on the path of success, but we had no idea what would come next. Soon after, just earlier this week, just a few weeks later, one of the men called us and he said, "My daughter Bayan, she was rescued from ISIS and they brought her home. She's home now. Bayan came home." And he was so excited. And then he said, "Thank you so much for the sheep. Because you brought us sheep, we were able to stay at home. And because we were able to stay at home, Bayan was able to be returned to us. She knew where to find us." In our office, we've just been amazed at this story. We can't believe that when we create jobs, it leads to things like this. But the reality is, even if we can't always see it, when we partner with someone to help them create a job, it helps them to stay at home, it helps them to provide home for their families, it helps them to educate their children, and it helps them to be at home when those who were lost to them are found.
As Preemptive Love, our whole world is oriented toward getting people jobs and getting people community. But I'm gonna confide in you something that we haven't said in a big public forum like this yet. Over the last couple of weeks and months, we've tried to go back and say, what has this always been about? What's the thread that we've been working for practically from day one? And we've come up with a North Star. We are really working. We are giving all of our energy and everything we do to end war. Everything we're doing is about building the largest, most diverse community of peacemakers on the planet. So it is a big vision, but I'm just here to tell you what you're doing, what we do in partnership together, what you give as a friend into this work. It makes a huge difference.